Hello, my fellow humans, and welcome back to another Pick a Card reading. Today is what do you need to know about yourself? So keeping in mind these are general readings, take what resonates, leave what does not. Knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing below, it does allow me an opportunity to directly connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. Also, if you'd like to support the channel further, check out the description box below where you will find all the links necessary to do so. You can email me for a personal reading. I'll get you out further information from there. You can also follow me on over to my podcast, which is just a fun, chill hangout session with yours truly, and I do hope to see you there. Also, if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for supporting the channel in the ways that you do. And if you're new here, welcome. This is a reminder that we're all here having this human experience and that this is a safe place to come as your most high, authentic self. And need I say, narcissists be warned, as I do prayer request that all your timelines be dissolved and you find your highest path of purpose, because it needs to be said. Not always, but it does need to be said. So, with that being said, keep an eye out because memberships are on their way. I'm just waiting for a few extra little things to finish uploading in regards to graphics and design. And so, yeah, I'm getting it all going. It's all coming together. I'm super excited about it. I hope you are too. I pray you are too. And we're going to get with it. So today we are using the Talisman Oracle cards. I love these cards. I'm so glad I got this deck. I'm so glad I got this deck. And it's not going to be a super long reading. Okay, we're not going to have an extra long reading today. I've got to get some other things done. So let's just go ahead and move into it and get to your prayer. I know what I already know what it is. Let's light that a little bit more. Okay, there we go. My beloved source, this prayer is for any and all who come onto this reading and into this space and onto my channel. I ask that you remind us that none of us are perfect beings, that none of us are free from sin, that all of us have our faults, our flaws, and our imperfections, but it is through this that actually truly makes us unique and wondrous beings. That's through accepting these that we can truly accept ourselves and allow ourselves to be free of judgment, to be free of trying to pin others and put them in a box that they don't belong in, including ourselves. Oftentimes when we're so harsh on ourselves, we're asking others to uphold this absolutely unattainable version or vision that we have for people, because us ourselves are trying to put ourselves in this place of being an unobtainable human. So I ask that you relax our hearts, relax our souls, and relax our emotional ego so that we can come into this place of truly, truly accepting who we are and where we are on our journey, so that we may see and understand the path that is laid before us, that we're not being asked to be perfect, but we're being asked to embody and embrace our flaws, our faults, and our imperfections, so that we may become stronger because of them. As these words are spoken unto this space and onto this reading, so shall they be. Amen. Aho. Ase. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, let me go ahead and get this set up out of the way. All right. So I already shuffled these for us. I'm going to leave the book over here so it's easy access. Alright, source, so for pile number 1, what talisman oracle will help us understand what pile number 1 needs to know about themselves right now? What does pile number 1 need to know about themselves right now? What oracle card will help us better understand what pile number 1 needs to know about themselves right now? Whoa, holy crapole. Holy crapole. Ajay. Okay, and for pile number 2, source, what oracle talisman is going to help us better understand what pile number 2 needs to know about themselves right now? Okay, thank you. That was fast. For pile number 3, source, what oracle card will help us better understand what pile number 3 needs to know about themselves right now? pile number 3 need to know about themselves? Thank you. Yeah, and these are all sliding out. I'll mention this too, hopefully if I remember. That we need to, yeah, okay, exactly. We've got defense on the bottom. And what Source wanted me to mention here is the fact that be open to the messages that are coming through, because some of them might not be what you want to hear, but they may be what you need to hear at this moment, okay? And so there's this energy that I was feeling right off the bat of resistance, which is why it was so hard to get the cards coming out. So not to be on the defense here, that this is totally with the utmost love that Source is bringing these messages, okay? So just remembering that as we move forward. I'll remember to bring that up during the readings too. All right. Make sure those are in frame. We're good to go. For pile number 1, we have this beautiful piece of green aventurine. You're going to focus on it. Okay. And for pile number 2, we have this beautiful piece of yellow citrine. Okay, and pile number 3, we have this beautiful piece of bloodstone. All right, so we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Whichever pile you are drawn to, that should be the pile for you. And with that being said, I will see you over on your chosen pile. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this beautiful green aventurine, or if you were drawn to this card during the shuffle, then this is going to be your reading on what do you need to know about yourself. First things first, these are general readings, so please take what resonates and leave what does not, knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing, it does allow me an opportunity to directly connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. Also, if you are interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all the links necessary in the description box below, where you can also email me for a personal reading and I'll get you out further information from there. You may also follow me on over to my podcast, which is a fun, chill hangout session with yours truly, and I do hope to see you there. Also, really quickly, memberships are on the way. I'm waiting for a couple of graphics and designs to finish uploading, to finish being done, and then it will be going live for you here shortly. But we did have defense come up on the bottom of this deck when we were shuffling for the cards in this, and so Source did have a message for all the piles today to be open to the messages that are coming through. They may not all be fun, fuzzy, light-hearted messages. This may be about taking accountability for where you're at or where you have been, or where you may be headed in life, okay? So it's just a trigger warning right out the bat. If you're not ready to take accountability for yourself, then this may not be the reading for you, okay? So for those of you that are brave to enter the doors, let's get into it and find out. What does pile number 1 need to know about themselves right now, Source? What does pile number 1 need to know about themselves? How can you help us out? What does pile number 1 need to know about themselves right now? Okay, so we've got the 8th house, Cancer, and the Sun energy. Letting go of emotional pride. That's the first thing I heard right now. Yeah, it's like you're in the process of digging deep, okay? Or you're in the process of being shown a deeper way to let go of emotional pride. Like, there's no need to be seen as right. There's no need to be seen as like, I gotta defend myself. There's no need to be seen as like, you know, like, oh my gosh, why don't people see me, right? And so it's something you need to know about yourself right now, because the thing is here, the truth, pile 1, is that you're very, very, very powerful person. You're powerfully invested in emotional well-being, whether you recognize that or see that or not. You're very much invested in emotional well-being. That's kind of just who you are. And so right now, it's been dealing with those toxic patterns you have and those things that are very hidden, right? Anytime we're dealing with 8th house, it is very hidden from us. It's mysterious, it's secretive, but it's deep, deep wisdom that if we truly go the distance with it, that we will be given the key and the solution to the next part of our journey. And this is what you need to nurture right now about yourself, is taking accountability for where you've been, where you are, and where you want to go. Like, if you're not looking at all 3 of those things, like, you may lose sight of what it is that you truly want to manifest, or who it is that you truly want to manifest yourself to be. Right? Because this is all about your identity and how you're seen to others. And sometimes there's that egoic pride that comes with that. But you're a very warm and nurturing person. You're a very kind and generous person. However, there's this idea of really digging deep to learn these deep karmic lessons that have been following you for a long time. And it has nothing to do with you being a terrible person at all. In fact, you've come a very long way. You've come an extremely long way. What this is, though, is letting go of those last little bits that may be anchoring you down so that you can stop learning your karmic lessons through a place of suffering and pain, and instead come into learning them from joy and abundance, because that's eventually what will happen. You'll eventually hit this threshold where now you no longer have to go through the hardships. Now you can go through the pleasantries in life and learn joys, and learn from your joys, learn from your manifestations, learn from the abundance that you're bringing in. You'll still get triggers from that, but they're not terrible triggers. You're like, whoa, I used to think this way, or whoa, I used to act that way, or whoa, I used to do this. And so this is an ask of being accountable right now for the deep emotions that you're purging, right? Because 8th house energy is purging, it's releasing. Scorpio energy is dealing with the shadow aspect of ourselves, the darkness within, and letting yourself really emerge as the true potential and who you are. So let's get these out of the way. Let's find out some more with what the tarot has to say on it. And, you know, some of these messages could be super uplifting too. I just want to say, because not everybody is willing to listen to the harder parts of tarot. Not everyone wants to. Like, a lot of people will get mad if they're hearing something that triggers them, and it's not something that's all rainbows and butterflies. But look, tarot's here for us to learn from, and it helps us find ourselves on a much deeper level, psychologically, emotionally, and mentally. If we allow it to, we can really truly heal from that. But it takes a brave soul to not want to feed the ego, right? I'm not saying that you're like that. It's just something they want me to talk about for whatever reason. So if you're having a hard time taking accountability for where you are, and instead you're in this place of blaming or shaming others for how they've shown up for you in your journey, it's also an ask here to say, well, how have you shown up or blamed or shamed yourself on your own journey? Right? Because that all matters. We'll have that mirrored back to us by other people if we're not taking accountability for ourselves. Am I truly being a loving, kind, and generous person to myself? Or am I expecting others to carry me and to truly see me when I don't want to see myself? And, you know, I've been there. I've gone through that as well. In fact, I released a podcast last week that talks exactly about that situation. All right, so Source, what does Pile 1 need to know about themselves right now? Yeah, this is a completion for you. It's like the end of a cycle. You're walking through the threshold, right? What does Pile number 1 need to know about themselves right now? Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay, let's see what's on the bottom of the deck here. Yeah, we've got, look, the Ace of Cups. Yeah. Just as they want you to get to this point where you're getting to experience life from a joyful place. And even if you do get triggered in that, right? Because there's always those triggers of self-worth, those triggers of being enough, those triggers of not deserving it, those things that we may have believed in the past where when we got triggered on that, we suffered through it. But now it's like when you're getting triggered on it, you're seeing the good being brought into your life, and it's like now you get to heal from a very full heart, right? Yeah, it's going to have to do with money and receiving abundance. That's exactly what they're showing here with the Ace of Coins in the reverse with the Ace of Cups. But this is something that Source has been wanting to give you for a long time. It could even be in the place of love, like maybe you don't feel like you deserve love. And it doesn't have to be romantic love. I know some of you are not on a journey of romantic love, like you're just done with it, and that's cool. That's fine. That's to each their own. But this could be love in general, just like having friends and having like real friends, not just like, oh, my Sunday fun day dates, like real friends who actually believe in you and trust you and see you. Yeah. Oh my goodness, look at this. I love this. I love this for you. Yeah, this completion is about negative thought processes, right? The Five of Swords here in the reverse is talking about a lot of negativity that's been around you your whole life. This is your mind. But look at these, how they mirror like the same energy here, right? It's like walking through the threshold. For once, this is what you, and being in the middle of the reading, this is like how you used to feel. You used to feel like the world was up against you, or you're still in that place where it's like me against the world, like, but you're not. It's not that way. It's like you are coming through this and you're overcoming it and recognizing or seeing that it's someone else outside of you, or it used to be thought processes that were given to you from family members or friends or whatever it is. And with 5 here, you have this place of change that's happening here. With the World card here, it's like letting yourself experience what it is to walk through that, to walk through the gate, to see the experience that you've gotten from this journey, and to know that it's okay for you to let go of feeling like everybody's against you. Like, even if they are against you, like, it's feeling like, you know what, I've already got boundaries and safeties put in place to where they can't touch me because I love myself, right? I love myself so deeply. And that's what they want. This is like emotional. This is your emotional ego that's coming through here. Okay. And that's what it is. It's like just saying like, oh my gosh, like, why is everybody putting me down? Like, why is it every time it seems like somebody's going to say something that's going to hurt? And you're actually like in the balance. Like, I keep hearing that, tipping the balance. You're tipping the balance to where it's like, now when people say hurtful things, you just kind of sit back and laugh about it. Like, go ahead, y'all. Keep saying what you're going to say, because that's cool. But getting there has been a challenge. Getting there has taken a lot of effort and a lot of determination and a lot of trusting this process that hasn't been easy to trust, right? This has not been easy. They're saying letting your guards down, right? We got defense on the bottom over here. And success behind it. Yeah. So it's like you're letting your guard down here, right? This is something to say. It's like, don't be so stuck in this old energy that you were once in, because that's that idea of like, oh my gosh, like this is always going to happen, or negative things are always going to come to me. And like in the place of love here, like especially with love, with the Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck. And this really talks about the Ace of Cups in the Tarot Marseille really talks about a place of self-love, connecting with a higher deity, connecting with a higher power, right? An omnipresence that comes and it washes over us and it teaches us that we're deserving of this unconditional, beautiful love. And when you connect with that, how powerful you become, because you see, I don't have to rely on anyone else to give me this love when I can find it within myself, because I am not separate from the divine. And that's what the Ace of Cups talks about. It goes very, very deep into that, but that's just kind of an idea of what this card really talks about. And so we're talking about deep, deep love here, but deep, universal, internal love of self. And letting yourself see that I don't need anybody else's approval here, that I approve of myself fully, and I don't have to be negative on myself and I'll be like, oh, I don't deserve this. I don't deserve this. That's where it's like setting up a boundary for yourself here with the 5 of Swords next to the 7 of Cups here. Setting a firm emotional boundary, saying, you know what? Look, my emotional ego has always had the run of the cage. They've always had freedom here, and not today. Like, I appreciate your concern here, ego. And sometimes you have to have these weird conversations with your ego. You say, I appreciate your concern here, ego, but not today. Not today. And that's what Source wants you to know about yourself right now. There's still these thoughts that are arising. There's still these thoughts that keep coming. There's still these thoughts that are showing up. And when you say no, like, you begin to alter the way that you see yourself. And that's where the threshold stands. Right? Entering the threshold is what I'm hearing here. This is balanced. Being stubborn here right now and telling your emotional ego, like, no, I do deserve these things. When your emotional ego is like trying to beat you up, you say, no, you don't get to have free reign anymore. You don't get to say that anymore. Yeah, so we're talking about physical security, possessions, material values, and self-worth. Things that you feel like you might not deserve. Self-worth is the biggest thing that's being highlighted here. Seeing that, yes, indeed, you do deserve that. Let's get some oracles out on it. Thank you, Source. Seeing clearly. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Heck yes, you can. Get it, pile one, get it. It's been rough. You've been through thunderstorm after thunderstorm after thunderstorm. See? Letting go of the fear, getting out of your head, grounding yourself in abundance here, grounding it. Seeing that this is the life I get to live because Source has promised me this. This is what I was promised. This is my birthright. What you inherently get to have. Even though nobody taught you that, you had to learn it on your own, right? What do we got? Be playful and slow and steady wins the race. We have 62, which is 8, and we have 51, which is 6. Finding solutions to the journey, finding solutions to yourself, being optimistic here is the best way to look at this, and staying positive and remembering that it's just taking practice. Keep showing up. Like every time your emotional ego says, I'm here to put you down, you say, whoa, hold on. Not today. Not today. Yeah, sing your own song. It's funny because it's like, I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. Keep singing. It don't matter if people like it or not. Just keep singing. Who cares? Because you're going to find people who do appreciate it, people who do love it. And if it's not singing, it could be just the way you talk or the way you are. Who cares? There's always going to be people who are naysayers and negatrons, okay? They're just going to be negatrons. Who gives a darn, a gosh golly darn? Let them be negatrons in their own life. 15:15 on the clock. Let's see. Mutable, surrender, fluidity, and welcoming change. Exactly. You're welcoming this. This is change for you. This is new. This is helping you flow with life, flow with the universal flow. You know, the universe created us so that we would just be happy being ourselves, regardless of what people said. Everybody's going to say, it's like that old saying, and excuse the expression, but it's true. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know what I always say? I'd rather be damned if I did, because at least I followed my heart. Instead of letting people determine how I'm going to live. And then when I'm like, well, I did this because of you. And they're just going to be like, oh, what was your life in the first place? That's what everybody said. It was your life in the first place. Why did you do it? Because I said. Because you said, and you made me feel like dirt. That's where that comes from. Thinking about that. Thinking you're not worthy of having it because you've let others impact the way that you think about yourself. Yeah, so you may be in a place of solitude right now. But I feel like this is also Source saying, like, it's okay to draw away from these people who have been this way in your life. It's okay to set strong boundaries with them as well. But I feel like this is also saying to sit in silence with yourself and to hear what it is are you telling yourself, pile one. What is it that you say to yourself when you're in the silence and nothing's going on? And what are the thoughts that come up? And sit with that. Don't be afraid of that. Like, sit with that. And sometimes it is scary. Yeah, the watcher, to be the observer here. Right? To be the observer. It's a very interesting energy. This card, it's always giving me that somebody's like stalking you energy. But it's interesting because today it's giving me this energy of being the observer. You becoming the observer in your own journey. Where am I? Who am I? What do I want? What do I want to be? What do I want to manifest in my life? Who do I want to become? Look, we have a Kasha here. You are a spiritual teacher. You have the ability to counsel others and to help them awaken their special gifts, their spiritual gifts and divine life mission. You know, people have put you down so much, you're almost numb to it. I mean, sure, it hurts. It hurts when it happens, but you're like, there's like this numbness to it too. It's like, oh, okay, here we go again. And that's what they want you to focus on. That's what they want you to know. There's like, don't be numb to that. It's okay to not be held prisoner by that. But why are you so numb? Like, where is it that you became, like, basically switched it off and said, okay, I'm never going to feel this ever again? Because when you let yourself feel that, wherever it hurt the most, and you let yourself recognize that, then you'll actually heal from that. And you really will turn the switch, because it's not ever going to bother you again, because you went back to the original wound. Okay, so let's check out your talisman card here. What did you get? Equilibrium. Balance. Yeah, it's time to balance this out. There's the insignia too. Let me go ahead and bring this up from the book. I'll read this to you. You know, this is not a long reading today, but I feel like it's very powerful for whatever it is. Equilibrium. Here's the insignia. If you want to screenshot that, draw it, carry it with you so you remember. It says it's time to align your intuitions with your actions. Exactly. Yes. You're dancing between opposite forces and your mind is racing with ideas. I love this already. The complexity of motion is important in the discovery of new methods, and when all forces acting upon us balance each other, we are at equilibrium. Our perseverance and the ability to let go coalesce in a state of harmony. Learning to accept misfortunes, but having determination in the pursuit of our dreams brings confidence. The water takes whatever shape it's poured into, so you can direct where energy goes. Energy flows where your focus goes. Yes, I love this. Exactly. What was I saying from the beginning? I love this confirmation, right? And we have surrender, fluidity, and welcoming change with mutable Gemini, Virgo, Sag, and Pisces energy. Yeah, you're coming into a state of balance here, but it's taking you really focusing on the fact, like, how am I really presenting myself to this life? And what am I truly manifesting? Am I continuing to ask for negativity to come back into my life because of X, Y, Z? Or if I'm really in this place of letting go. And again, it comes back to healing that emotional ego. It's run rampant for so long that it may be just a subconscious thing, and becoming consciously aware of where you're at, becoming the watcher, the observer in this slow and steady race, right? It's slow and steady. We're not trying to rush through this. We're trying to heal at a very deep emotional level here, pile one, that through that you begin to really, truly mend your soul. And with that, you become so much more powerful and open up to your really true deep potential that's trying to express itself. Okay. I love this for you. I love this reading. If you feel like this is your reading or you resonate with this, leave a little turtle emoji down below and say, I take my time to find my mind. I don't know why that came through, but I feel like that's so important. I take my time to find my mind so that source knows that you're calling in this higher vibrational energy. And leave me a thumbs up down below. But I'm going to go ahead and leave it there and get on out of here. I do want to take a quick second, though, to thank your guide, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my guides for coming together to give us this incredible message. And until next time, pile number one, stay human. Bye. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this beautiful yellow citrine, or if you were drawn to this card during the shuffle, then this is going to be your reading on what do you need to know about yourself right now. Keeping in mind these are general readings, so take what resonates, leave what does not, knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing, it does allow me an opportunity to directly connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. Also, if you are interested in supporting the channel further, check out the description box below where you will find all the links necessary to do so. You can email me for a personal reading and I'll get you out further information. And you can also follow me on over to my podcast, which is a fun, chill hangout session with yours truly. And I do hope to see you there. Also, before we get into this, source just had a message if you didn't catch the shuffle. On the bottom of the deck, we did have defense come out. I was feeling it so strong during the shuffle is that this is going to be a triggering reading for everybody. And so this is just all about not being so defense about all this, not being so defensive about what's coming through, is that this is messages with highest light and love with your benefit in mind, and that what's coming through is what you need to hear and not what you want to hear. So don't try to paint a picture of what you want to hear right now, but rather being open to the messages that do come through. If you struggle with the triggers, then right off the bat, I just want to say that this is maybe not the reading for you. But for those of you that are ready to enter the threshold, let's go ahead and get into it and find out what's coming through. Okay, so source for pile number 2, what do they need to know about themselves right now? What does pile number 2 need to know about themselves? What would you like to say, source? What does pile number 2 need to know about themselves right now? Okay, so we've got 7th house Pisces energy and the sun. Okay. So again, I'm just going to say one more time before I get into it, that trigger warning, because I already know what's coming through here. This energy is very, it's pretty straightforward here, what's coming through. We'll get deeper into it, but it's pretty straightforward. Oh my goodness, Pisces. Okay. So yeah, we've got 7th house Pisces energy and the sun. And what's coming through right off the bat here is that there's a tie to wanting a relationship here. And that not necessarily meaning love. For the majority, it does feel like love. But for those of you that are like, I don't want a relationship like that, it's also just that almost being... So I don't want to say the word that they're sharing with me, but they're not giving me another word. But it's like this desperation to have somebody in your life, okay? It's like the fear of being alone is making you fear so much that you're going out and really trying to fulfill that need by putting friends in places where they don't belong. Okay, not like you're trying to do anything like dirty with them or anything like that. But what I'm saying is like you want somebody to be in your life. It's like if you're looking for love, it's almost like going through every person that you find. Oh, I'm attracted to that person. I'm attracted to that person. I'm attracted to that person. But then when you get to talking with them, only to find out after a while that this is not a person that I need in my life right now. The same thing with friends. Oh, I really feel drawn to that person. I feel drawn to that person. I feel drawn to that person. So you give them your information, and then only after a little while do you recognize that, oh my, I do not need this person in my life right now. And so there's this energy coming through here. Is like, are you willing to heal this? Because this has become sort of an addiction for you. There's also a lot of guilt that's tied to this, like feeling like you don't feel in and fit in anywhere, and then feeling guilty for just being yourself. And so it really plays a part on your confidence. Like you cannot be who you are because you're always wondering like, well, but it's me that's not making me fit in anywhere. And Source is trying to say here, like, look, I've got a place set up for you that is where people are going to accept you for being you. But if you keep trying to fill the void, right? And it's very specific here. We've got the 7th house, which talks about our interpersonal relationships. So it could be friendships, family situationships. It could be business situationships. That could also be love, partner, and romantic relationships. That intimacy that we're looking for and trying to fill the void here. But already with the Piscean energy, I'm getting this escapism energy that's coming through right away. Like I'm trying to fill this in, and it's taking a toll on your confidence, your being, right? And it's the pride. It's the pride that's coming in. It's not that you're necessarily like in your emotional pride, like your egoic pride. It's not that, but it is in a way because you're in your emotional ego. It's just like your ego's trying to convince you, oh no, you don't belong anywhere. We got to keep trying. We got to keep trying. We got to keep trying to fill this void. But it's like every time you're trying to fill the void, it's like, and I feel like it gets shorter every time. Like I feel like you don't stick around as long as you did when you like were first on this journey. But I do feel like there's still this energy of like trying to fill the void, and Source is saying like just let it go for a little while so you can be good with yourself. And being good with yourself will let you come into a place of really shining, because you'll get to see who you are and the magnificence of your soul here, Pile 2. There's like this fear that maybe I'm not good enough. And Source is trying to say here, you're absolutely good enough. In fact, if you could only see you the way I see you, then you would understand just how magnificent you truly are. But right now, you're so afraid of this, nobody likes me, nobody wants me, I don't fit in, that you're actually dampening your spirit and getting connected with people that are much, much lower vibrational than you and taking a toll. It's like wear and tear is what I'm hearing right now. It's wear and tear, wear and tear, wear and tear. And it's like you're trying to replace parts on yourself, right? Trying to be the mechanic on yourself for things that aren't even yours in the first place because of this trying to fill the void. You're actually taking on other people's energy. You're taking on other people's problems, and you're healing those thinking they're yours to heal, but it was never yours to take on in the first place because these people weren't meant to be in your energetic field at all. Yes, get to know you, sure. That's fine. But it's like there's more to this than just getting to know you. It feels like there's a need, an incessant need to fill this void. So you're hanging out with people or saying yes to people when you know you should be saying no. it's just a being a deep, deep fear. Okay. Well, let's see what the tarot says here. Source, can you tell us a little bit more about what pile number 2 really needs to know about themselves right now? What does pile number 2 need to know about themselves? What does pile number 2 need to know about themselves right now? Thank you. What does pile number 2 need to know about themselves? Yeah, you're in this place of finally finding some sort of emotional balance and emotional maturity, and you're inviting in people who continue to trigger that part of yourself to keep healing what you've already healed, is what I keep hearing. What does pile 2 need to know about themselves right now, Source? What does pile number 2 need to know about themselves right now? Okay, they want this. No, you don't want that one. You just wanted me to stop. Okay. What does pile number 2 need to know about themselves right now, Source? Okay, thank you. Oh, okay, we've got 2. Thank you. What does pile number 2 need to know about themselves right now, Source? What does pile number 2 need to know about themselves? One card, please. Okay, thank you. Okay, they want it to be that way. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Now I know why they wanted me to stop and reshuffle. Anytime I get the 7 of coins in the reverse, it talks about a neurotic need for approval. Okay, it's like that's literally at its base definition is what this is. It's I have to be liked. I need to be liked. I'm a people pleaser because I want people to like me. I want people to see me. I want people to know me. I want people to appreciate me. So instead of appreciating myself, liking myself, accepting myself, and seeing myself, I put my whole life in another person's hand, or I put my whole journey in another person's hand, saying that I'm only validated if you validate me. Okay, and that's what's coming through here. It feels like that's exactly, you're just looking for someone to validate your existence through these connections. And that's what you keep manifesting, is people who will fill this role for you by like gaslighting you or love bombing you and then breadcrumbing you. Yeah. With the nameless card here, what you might know as death, with it being here in reverse, this is something that leaves you in a state of catatosis. Okay, this is something that just totally, it rips your heart out every time, because it's like, again, that playing on the confidence is what it feels like here. It's like playing with my money. It's like playing with my emotions. But here it's like playing with my emotions is like really playing with my emotions. And that's the energy that you're in. It's like this is playing with your emotions, and it keeps playing with your confidence, right? And it's not good. Look, again, we have the Lover reverse. This is all about like being promiscuous, having third-party situations, being cheated on, feeling completely spiritually defeated, just being like having no progress. Here we have the 9 of Wands in the upright, talking about new beginnings, even illness. There could have been for someone here. This is a very specific message, so please take it as it resonates, but there could have been some sort of STI or STD of transference here because of this need. Okay, this feels like a need, like I need this. And what source wants you look, and they wanted the Ace of Wands to come out in the upright because they wanted to see if you would notice that you're the one that has control over this in your life, that you have the ability to create and inspire new action within yourself to let this go, right? But it's almost like it's become your responsibility to fill this void that's in your life, and source is saying like, no, not at all. That is not your burden to carry, even though it feels like if you let it go, then now you're just going to be alone. And what if I'm alone for the rest of my life? And source is trying to say like, you're not going to be alone for the rest of your life. Not at all. Not at all. Like I'm trying to bring in something here for you. But there's this, and for some of you, for those of you that it doesn't resonate, that there was like some sort of STI or STD that came through that, you know, it's just saying that there's this energetic block in your sacral chakra here, and needing to clear out the energetic womb of ourselves, right? And so letting go of that sexual energy, letting go of that energy that's blocking our right to feel. This is my right to feel. This is my right to love. This is my right to experience what it is that I need to experience here. But it's almost like every time you connect with somebody and they treat you in that same way again, it's just cementing that belief of, oh, here we go again. This is all I'm worthy of. I'm only worthy of people who don't want anything to do with me, or they don't care about me, or I'm just, you know, an option for them, or they put me in third party situations, or, you know, I'm just kind of like a backup plan. And that's not at all. That's, oh, sources, it's almost like sources breaking my heart right now with this. Okay. Like that's what it feels like. Just, I feel this pressure in my heart chakra so much, is I feel like you carry this burden a lot. And it's like, rather than seeing that there's still this old belief hanging on here, because I do feel like you faced a lot of this, okay? I don't feel like this is like brand new for you. Maybe for some, but for most of you, this is something that you've really dealt with. It's like, I'm really not trying to be in this energy anymore. Like, what the heck? And it's like, it's just hanging on by those last little threads. It's like, this is just that last little bit here. And it's like, Source is just saying, can you just surrender? Can you surrender this idea that you're the one that needs to go out and find somebody to fulfill this role in your life? And can you trust that I'm going to bring them to you? And you know, it's interesting. I'm just going to be real here. When I learned about this, right? When I learned about surrendering, because I understand this energy. Absolutely. I do. It's like, when I first learned about it, I was like, well, if the whole idea is that they're going to find us, then if we're supposed to find each other, who's going to find each other? Because we're both supposed to stop looking. And if we stop looking, then no one's going to find anyone, right? Like, I just had this whole idea about it. And what Source is saying is like, they're going to inspire these people who are meant to be in your life. They're going to inspire them to come forward to talk to you. That's what's happening here. And it's like, but you have to allow yourself to let go and let yourself have a new beginning with being with yourself. Because you can inspire yourself to do this. You can say, okay, I'm just going to trust this process. I'm going to trust that Source has good intentions for me. And I'm going to let Source bring these people into my life, instead of continuing to get caught up in needing to fulfill some void, right? Especially with the six here, the Lover in reverse. We're talking about some sort of promiscuity. Okay, you do not have to be promiscuous. This could just be about having past partners, and this is what's happened with past partners, and now you're trying to fulfill that void by seeking your counterpart, actively seeking your counterpart rather than actively seeking yourself. And that's why this is coming through. That's why this energy is present here. And so Source is saying, you don't need to be loved by everybody. I love you, and you need to love yourself, and that's enough. That will always be enough. You don't need more than that. But that's sometimes hard, because our society tells us that we need everybody to love us in order to be valid. Yeah, we have dream and transcend here with Neptune. Seeing through the illusions is what I'm getting here with Neptune energy, right? Seeing through the illusions. It's time for you to see through the illusion of this idea that you're not enough as you are. Wow, that was quick. Thank you, Source. To change who you are. You're so much stronger than you give yourself credit for, Pile 2. This is very heartbreaking energy. It's like that idea, maybe when you were little, you were impressed upon by your caretakers that, oh, the only time that they loved you is when they approved of you. Like, I'll only love you when. And so maybe it was like you got good grades and then suddenly they loved you, or you did exactly what they wanted. Maybe you cleaned the whole house and then they loved you, but it was always just such little love. Like, it was never what you deserved. And there was no reason for you to have to go out of your way to get that love. But that's what like fed into this, is what they're showing me. We did have secrets on the bottom here with links. So it's like they're showing you that there's things that you don't know right now. That's what this is coming through to say. It's like there's things that you're not aware of right now. There's things that you don't see what's coming to you. And so keeping yourself safe from harm and keeping yourself safe from others' energies that aren't on the same level as you is so important right now. It's not about being a recluse. It's literally about being okay with being with yourself, right? We have be generous of spirit. Be generous with yourself. This is a completion for you. I feel like you're willing to give yourself to everybody, but sometimes you struggle to give yourself to you. And that's okay. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that eventually you're going to get burnt out by that. And that's what they're saying here. Like, they don't want you to get burnt out because you've come so far. Look, we have Ariel on the bottom here with new psychic and spiritual experiences are changing the way you view the world and yourself. Allow your spiritual gifts to open through study, prayer, and meditation. Yes. I love this. I love this for you. Like, there's good things that are coming for you. Okay, pile 2. Look, we have Leo, self-confidence, loyalty, and creativity. Exactly what I was feeling. It's like every time you get involved in one of these situations, it really plays havoc on your confidence. But this inspiration, you can creatively make a situation where you feel safe and at home and fulfilled. But you have to rely on you for right now. All those other good things will come. You'll have family, you'll have friends, you'll be with your soul family. All of that will come. You just have to trust that it will be there, that you don't have to control that Source will put you exactly where you need to be so that they'll come into your life when they're meant to come into your life. Finding a new passion here. Fire with passion, right? And we have that energy here with the Ace of Wands. What are you passionate about? Pour into your passion. Just pour into it. Forget trying to invite people into your life right now, no matter what others are saying or whatever people put, people judge us for not having friends or whatever. I've been there, done that. It's like, but pouring into your passion will give you something to focus on rather than trying to fill your time with people who just aren't up to par. Okay. And seeing your beauty. Oh my goodness. I love that this came out for you. We have number 20 here with Swan Spirit, beauty. Right? And like, she's completely blindfolded here. She's not even aware of how beautiful she is. And I feel like that's just it. Like, you're not aware of your magnificence. You're not aware of your wonder, your grace, your appeal. But everybody wants to be in your energy, but you're not seeing that right now because you want everybody to like you. And it's like everybody wants a piece of your energy, but not everybody has good intentions for that. Will Spirit turn wisdom or turn knowledge into wisdom with 67 here. Right? It's like finding that balance, finding that space. And then it's interesting because we also have 13 in numerology here, which is also connected with the Nameless card or the 13 card in my deck, right? So it's like turning that hurt and that pain into something that's going to serve your journey. And your angel card is Oceana. Take action. You're in touch with your truth in this situation. And you need to trust your gut and lovingly assert yourself. And that's all of this energy here. The Ace of Wands, the passion, turning that knowledge into wisdom. Yeah, you're being given a green light here to really pour into yourself at this time. That's where you're going to find balance. That's where you're going to find what you need for the next part of your journey. That's where you're going to see how amazing you truly are and build that confidence again. It's not that you're not a confident person. I feel like you are, but I feel like every time you get involved with these people who just aren't on this journey with you, it really plays havoc on you in a deep way. 20:02 on the clock. So we're going to take a look at your Talisman Oracle. I can't with you. We have knowledge. Right now is all about you surfing the Cashapp records. Like, that's exactly what this feels like. We're singing the alphabet in my head. Okay, knowledge. Here's the insignia. If you want to pause this and copy that, you can. Let me go ahead and see what we got going on here. Can you see that? All right. So it says knowledge is a powerful tool that can open doors to opportunities and freedom. It is an ongoing process to better ourselves and grow, and it takes courage and strength to admit when we don't understand something and we need to seek more information. Our doubt is not a final destination. Amen. We can turn it into a willingness to grow, evolve, or to change our circumstance. Following this path of learning can bring fulfillment and confidence. Confidence is something that is so important for you on this journey. That there is a solution to every problem. We can detect enthusiasm and hope for a brighter future because we own the power of mastering ourselves. I seek knowledge is the message. I absolutely love this for you. You're learning so much about yourself right now, and that's what you need to focus on. Is the more you understand yourself, the more you're going to realize that you don't deserve to be put in situations with people who aren't there for your best interest. Okay? If you feel like this is your reading, leave a little wolf emoji down below and say, I use knowledge to get to know my amazingness, my awesomeness, my miraculousness, whatever word you want to use. It. You deserve to describe yourself in such a profound way. You really, truly do, pile 2, okay? Leave me a thumbs up, but I'm going to go ahead and leave it there and get on out of here. I do want to take this time to thank your messengers, your angels, your spirit guides, source, and my spirit guides for coming together to give us this message. And until next time, pile number 2, stay human. Bye. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this beautiful bloodstone, I can get it to focus there. Yeah, bloodstone. Or if you were drawn to this card during the shuffle, then this is going to be your reading on what you need to know about yourself right now. So first things first, these are general readings, so take what resonates and leave what does not, knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing, it does allow me an opportunity to directly connect with your energy and get you out more resonate readings. If you are interested in supporting the channel further, check out the description box down below where you will find all the links necessary to do so. You can email me for personal reading and we'll get you out further information from there. You may also follow me on over to my podcast, which is a fun, chill hangout session with yours truly, and I do hope to see you there. Also, I just want to put out, if you didn't catch the shuffle, on the bottom of the deck, we did get the defense card here, okay? And I got this energy so strong, I've said this on all the piles, is that these messages may not be what you want to hear, but more or less what you need to hear. And so if you are triggered very easily, or if you're still dealing with deep triggers and you don't want to be triggered, you're not ready to hear that, then this may not be the reading for you. I just want to put that out there because this was a channel message from source, okay? But that if you are willing to get beyond this and to allow yourself to listen to what needs to be said, there can be a huge transformation available for you on this journey. So that is something that came through so strong when I was shuffling. I almost didn't say it, but then of course I turned the deck over and that was there. So if you're ready to go through the gates, let's see what comes out for you. Okay, pile number 3. So source, for pile number 3, what do they need to know about themselves right now? What does pile number 3 need to know about themselves right now? What would you like to say, source? What does pile number 3 need to know about themselves right now? Okay, so we've got the 7th house, Aries energy, and Saturn. Okay, the first thing I heard is there's a new beginning that you need to sacrifice. Okay, so for some of you, you could have a Sagittarius or an Aquarius rising. Okay, that's very specific, but yeah, that's what I'm hearing right now. Okay, so we've got the 7th house, we've got Aries energy, and we've got Saturn. And what's coming through here, this may not be for you, okay? But I'm just going to say this is a very specific message that's coming out here. And with this is saying that there's a brand new beginning that has happened, something that has just taken flight here. You know, with cardinal energy, we have that big, the bang, right? Like they start things, like they're all about it. The very beginning of a situation, they want to run in head first, especially Aries, because Aries is the baby of the zodiac. They are the first zodiac sign on the zodiac wheel. Is Aries a spring, right? It's where the seeds are planted so they can burst forth from the earth. And it's this energy, it feels like something started, like something came out with a bang, like something happened all of a sudden. And, you know, Saturn is the planet of struggle, and it's the planet of hard lessons, and it's a planet of tough love. But it's also the planet of sacrifice. And what I'm getting here from the get-go is that there's some sort of brand new beginning that you started with somebody, whether that's a friend, a lover, coworker, whatever it is, but it's asking to be sacrificed. You have to do what is right for you, okay? I'm just saying this is what the dice are saying. So you always make sure that you're listening to your intuition, make sure that you're listening to your discernment. I am in no way, shape, or form here to replace any kind of, medical professional, psychologist, or anything like that. I'm just here to read what the dice and the cards say, okay? Really, it is just for entertainment purposes, but what the dice are literally saying here is that there is a connection that needs to be sacrificed. Like, it just needs to go. You got to go. Because it's going to bring in a lot of, like, upset. Like, there's negativity that's surrounding it. I keep hearing cringe. Okay, I don't usually use that word, but I keep hearing cringe. There's, like, somebody that's going to try and dominate you in this, or they're just not disciplined enough to stick with your type of lifestyle. And so there's already going to be some sort of triggering sensation that's going on here. This person may be a little bit aggressive. They may be abrasive. You may be aggressive and abrasive in your own way too. And so you might be like, well, that's no big deal. No, but this person is it's my way or the highway. You either believe what I believe, or basically, here's my middle finger to you and have a great life. And I really don't care if you do or don't. Like, that's the type of energy that this is. This is something that's going on. This is really crazy. You just invited this person in, though. It feels brand new. This feels something that's, like, just took off. Like, this just happened. What the heck? Why are you going to bring somebody into my life source, and then this is what's happening? You're asking me to leave them. I don't know. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's just to get used to saying, I really am listening to my discernment. I feel like you've already gotten an intuitive notion about this. So this could be a Libra and Aries. This could be a Capricorn. It could even, like I said, you could have an Aquarius rising or Sagittarius rising. And whichever it is that resonates with you, that's just the energies that are coming through. It doesn't have to be. Or this combination might mean something to you as well. So you could have Aries and Saturn, or Aries in the 7th house. You could have your 7th house in Saturn, whatever it is that resonates with you. Okay, like, so that's what I'm saying here. It's like these are very specific message that's coming through, though. This is super, super specific. I feel like you care about this person. You like them. At least maybe you have fun with them, or you enjoy their company. But maybe when you leave, like, you're a little bit drained, and you're not really paying attention to how drained you are, because there's like this sense of newness. There's a sense of excitement here. Source, what does pile number 3 need to know about themselves right now? Let's get some more on it. Okay, let's like find out a little bit deeper this message. What does pile 3 need to know about themselves right now? Okay, thank you. What does pile 3 need to know about themselves right now? Yeah, this is like something that is... So I heard it's unequally yoked. I don't know, that's a weird way to put it, but okay. They're saying it's just completely unbalanced. This is not a balanced connection. Like, this person, like it's almost like they have a belief or a topic or something that they're constantly talking about. That's all they can talk about. And they keep bringing it back to that topic, or they keep bringing it back to that religion, or they keep bringing it back to that study, or whatever it is. And it's like, no matter how much you try to change the subject, it comes back around. But it's almost like you're so enamored by the idea of this person that you're not seeing that they are draining you. Okay? But that's the energy that's coming through. Like, this is pretty intense. There's some sense of control here. It's like this person wants to control your beliefs. They don't want to listen to what you have to say. They don't want to listen to your side. They don't even want to give you the benefit of the doubt. Because if you don't believe the same way that they do, like, this person's just going to get some sense of... They're going to be arrogant about it. Completely arrogant about it. So, Source, what does pile 3 need to know about themselves right now? Okay, thank you. I'd be like, why is this about myself? How can this be about myself when you're telling me it's about a person? Well, we're going to find out here with the cards. We're going to see what comes through. What does pile number 3 need to know about themselves right now? What does pile number 3 need to know about themselves? So we've got the 7 of Swords coming out in the horizontal here. This is like stuck on the line between a rock and a hard place. This is like on the edge of the sword, right? Like, you're walking the edge, and it's like you can choose whether or not to get stuck in a situation that it seems like getting stuck in a lost cause, or you can choose to persevere and move on. Okay? I am going to take it as I would normally, which would be in the reverse, but and that's only the way the card was pointed, okay? It is coming out in the horizontal, though. Yeah, you have an opportunity here to focus on your journey and to really build up the life that you want for yourself with the 7 of coins in the upright. But there's no time and there's no space for you to get involved with this person. This person's going to take you on a wild roller coaster ride here. Yeah, and you've outgrown this. Like, look at this, 2-2. What do we got here? Yeah, this energy of fighting. Like, I've got my dukes up. Like, I don't even know you from Adam, but I got my dukes up and I want to fight you. I want to fight what you stand for. I want to fight because maybe you want peace and this person just wants to fight. I want to fight. I'm angry. I'm angry all the time and I want to make you exhausted. And, you know, and this is like meeting your match. It's like so you may be a very peaceful, I feel like you're a very peaceful person. Like, it's like, I feel like you're just a genuine person. And I feel like this is the opposite of you, like complete opposite. This is you if you were in the negative energy of you, right? And it's like you already healed this and you don't need to ask them to come back in. Yeah, this person has no emotional attachment to you. They just this is like somebody, you ever meet those people? They just want to get their, whatever it is that they believe, out to as many people as they can. And they never actually find a closeness with people because it's just, how many people can I tell this story to? They're the same people that continue to tell you the same one story. They don't have multiple stories. Like, it's cool if people tell you multiple stories over and over again. It's just a part of life, right? But this is like, they only have one story and it's this only one belief that they are following. Ugh, yeah, okay. Ugh, okay, this could be an Aries in your life, okay? This could be a Gemini. It could be an Aquarius. Could be a Taurus. Could be a Capricorn. Could be a Libra. Gemini. Heavy Gemini energy might be a Cancer, might have Cancer aspect in their chart, or any one of these could be aspect in their chart. Again, I do feel like for a huge portion of you, this is one of you that has an Aquarius or Sag rising. I don't know why that energy is coming through, but that's what it feels like here. This person, okay, this person is run by their anxiety and fear. This is like, what do I need to know about that for? Like, I don't understand, because this is they're playing off of your anxiety and fear. You might be like, but I'm not, like, I'm dealing with that. No, it's like your anxiety and fear of being in touch with or being around people that are manipulative, aggressive. The Emperor in reverse can be a narcissist, okay? It can be narcissistic energy. Someone who's going to gaslight you, someone who's going to love bomb you, someone who's going to put you through the ringer. Blaming, like I said, it's like if you don't believe what this person feels, what they believe, like they're going to drop you like last week's garbage. And why do I feel like you've known this, but you don't want to listen, or you don't want to, like, it feels like you're kind of like, again, like that walking the edge of the sword energy here. I'm walking on the edge, like, you know, if I have to let them go, then I'm losing somebody in my life I thought could potentially be a friend. But if I keep them, then what if they really are just terrible for me and I don't want to go down that rabbit hole again? It's almost like you're not trusting yourself, you're not trusting your intuition. And this person is like, just like, I feel like they just breadcrumb you. Why do okay, I don't like this energy. Hold on. You know, I didn't do this for any one of the other piles, but I think I'm going to grab one clarifying card from my other deck that I have out here. I didn't do that for a single one of the piles out here, but I just feel like I need one clarifying card here because you're on the path to doing something unique. Okay, like you're doing something very unique, and you need space and room to grow and to be, what is that song? Need wide open spaces, room to make a big mistake. She needs new faces. She knows the highest face. She knows the highest face, right? Like, it's like, that's it. Like, this is as high as it gets where you're at. Like, that's it. There's nothing higher than that. And that's pretty sad. What do we got? Look, we've got we've got the Pope and the 5 of coins. Okay, so letting this person go is like giving you some sort of wisdom or key. into what it is to really commit to your journey. What it is to commit to what it is that you're doing. Like, you're just on a different path. Like, you're not meant to be walking the same path as everyone else. And this person has you enamored because they know how to read bodies. Like, why do you hear that song by, oh my gosh, who's it? Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Like, that's the song I hear right now. Who's that? Deadpool or something? No, it's not Deadpool. That's a movie. Drowning Pool? I don't know. Anyways, I can't. If y'all remember who sang that song, can you please comment it down below to help out other people? But that's like the energy here. It's like this person can totally read your body language, and they're really good at social cues and reading the nuances in those social cues. And so they know how to drag people into their mucky, dirty water. That's what I'm hearing. And this person like uses mind games. They use a lot of mind games. Like, they try to make you feel like you're special to them, or like they're glad they met you. But then in the long run, they don't care. Like, they're just like, oh, pile 3 is just another person to listen to that I can share my stuff with, right? And really, they have nothing to offer. You're the one that has everything to offer here. And that's what it's like with the sun. This is the 9 of clubs here depicting the sun. It's like, this is like source trying to bring this into the light, right? Bringing it into the light here for you, because you've worked so hard to get where you are. You don't need to go 10 steps back now. And I feel like this person would definitely make you go backwards. Like, I don't feel like this is something that is conducive to your journey by any means. Because it's like with the 7 of coins here, it's like you've got something else going on. This is big. Whatever the 7 of coins is, it's different. It's different. This could be a business. This could be your journey. This could be your beliefs. This could be your healing, right? It's like, this is different. You're doing things differently. Okay. And they don't want you involved in this. They don't want you to get into this, because this person has made you exhausted without realizing it. Maybe you're like, oh, well, I'm just spending more time out. That's why I'm so tired. Like, I feel like there's a sense of making excuses for what your body is trying to tell you. And it's like, if you don't start listening now, it's like when you actually see the damages that it's causing, it's going to be like, you kind of have to, it's not starting over. Like, we never truly start over, but it's like you're going to have to really take some steps back to get forward again, right? It's like, that's the energy here. It's like they just want you to listen to your intuition, trust your intuition here. You know what's going on. Like, it just feels like they're using you. Like, the only reason they even want you around is because they're using you for something. Like, okay, you're getting 2 of those. All right. Yeah, house 4, cultural and family roots, home, peace, and comfort. Yeah, they want you to come back to a place of peace and comfort. This is like triggering an old wound, though. It's like something that's been buried deep, but it's like, it's not even buried. Like, that's what I'm trying to say here. It's like, you've already healed this. Like, you've already gone through this. You've already did the work here. Why go back? Why go back? Like, you don't need that anymore. You don't need to go through that again. I feel like this person just, yeah, they're very, like, whatever it is that they believe in, they're very passionate about it, but they're passionate in the face. Like, it's like when you spend too much time in the sun, you get burned. I mean, at least I do. You know, I turn into a freaking lobster when I stand out in the sun. You see how red those beads are? That's how red I get, okay? I know not everybody burns. A lot of people just get more tan, or they get darker in their pigment, and that's fine. But what I'm saying is, like, that's what they're showing me here is, like, when you stand too close to the sun, or you get too close to the equator, if you don't have protection on your skin, then you're not used to that. Like, you're going to get burned, and that's what they're showing me here. It's like, I'm going to get burned. Yeah, this is a cycle. This is a cycle you already let go of. This is a cycle you already healed, honey. Like, why are you going back, love? Come back. Like, come back to your journey. Come back to your journey. You don't need to deal with this person. This person's got their own thing to go through. Like, they got their own thing to deal with. Also, so this is a weird thing that they're telling me, but also pay attention to what's going on around this person. Is there always things that, like, are are going south? Like, is this person surrounded by a lot of drama? Are they surrounded by a lot of things that turn upside down? Like that's a good indicator of where a person's at mentally and what they're manifesting in their life, right? Being a gentle touch here, like you are someone who's so kind and soft and gentle, and it's like I feel like they feel like your kindness is weakness, and it's not. It's not at all, actually. Like, you're a very strong person. I feel like you don't have a problem saying no, but there's just like this energy here. It's almost like you're just like, it's been so long, whatever the journey has just been so long, it's just like, I'm just tired. Like, I'm just tired, and I just don't even want to pay attention to myself right now. It's like, I'm just tired. That's what it feels like. I'm just, ugh. So whatever comes is whatever comes. And it's like Source is saying, don't rest on your laurels right now. Pisces, yeah, intimacy, intuition, and compassion. Like, you know, but you just kind of just been waiting, I guess. Sagittarius, look, didn't I say Sagittarius rising? We have optimism, exploration, and freedom. And I love how synchronistic this is, because I put it over here, right? That's usually how I do it. But this is an Aquarius energy, and I was saying Aquarius or Sagittarius rising. And that to me is like confirmation exactly, right? It's like you're very intuitive right now. You know what's going on, but this person's craving or wanting your compassion and intimacy because you're so optimistic. And they're like, oh, if I could get pile 3 on my side, then I can do everything. And they're saying here, like, what you need to know about yourself is to trust your intuition first and foremost, and to not rest on your laurels. There's like this sense of just being like, oh, whatever comes is whatever comes. Like, I'm just so tired of doing my journey right now. Yeah, you're in a place of harmony. Right? You're in a true place of harmony. And I feel like this person feels that, and they just want to disrupt that. They just want to disrupt your harmony. And it's like, this person is really good. You know, new levels, new devils. That's a thing, right? And so it's like, this person's just a type of energy maybe you haven't dealt with quite this good at what they do, right? You've dealt with people before that were good at what they did when you were at the vibrational level that you were before, but now you're at a much higher vibrational level, which means they need somebody that's more sly, that's more devious, that's more like going under the radar, right? And that's exactly what this is. Yeah, you're on your soul mission. You're on your soul mission here. I feel like this is more or less like Source telling you what you need to know about yourself and trust is that you're doing exactly what you need to do to get where you want to go. Just don't let people drag you down right now. Like, that's something that's so important here. Act as if it's already yours, but you're in a place of change. Like, there's definite change that's coming here for you. Okay, Chameleon. You don't need to blend in, and you don't need this person to make you feel like you need to blend in, because I feel like that's exactly what they're trying to do. Okay? Chantel, new romance is imminent, either with a newcomer or through reignited passion in your existing relationship. Be open to giving and receiving more love. And it's interesting, we got passion on the bottom over here with fire. I didn't show it, but it did come through. And I was going to say new love before I turned this over because I felt it. But it's interesting because I feel like once you let this person go, like, you're going to be opening yourself up to the love that's meant to come into your life. Okay, like whether that's soulmate, family, or, you know, like soul tribe, whatever it is. Excuse me. But this person is kind of like a blockage to that. So Source is trying to show you that you're promised something very beautiful coming up here. And that's, I feel like you know that. Like, I feel like you're completely aware of this, but it's just like, you know how sometimes you're just like, I know I need to go and work out, but I'm not going to do it today. Like, that's the type of energy that's coming from you right now. Just like, I know I need to do this, but whatever, let's see where it goes. And that's what Source is saying. No, don't see where this goes. Don't see where this goes. This is, trust your intuition here. You've come so far. Don't turn back now. Let's take a look at your talisman oracle. Mindfulness, being present. Yes. Is this a praying mantis? Ooh, praying mantis. They're praying on you. That's what I heard when I saw that. I was like, okay. LM. Mindfulness. Don't mind me. Here's the insignia. If you want to pause this and screenshot that, you can definitely copy that and carry it with you. Yeah, so let's see what this card says. It says there's a lot of beauty in the stillness of the mind, allowing ourselves to be present in the moment and not worry about how things could have been or what we could have done better can open our minds to the treasures of what we have to be thankful for. With great patience and perseverance, we can accomplish anything. It's best not to rush into action or judgment too quickly. Often patience is not about how long we can wait, but what we do with our time while waiting. We can learn to be grateful for every moment of our day, even when we feel stuck and things don't go our way. Like the praying mantis, staying mindful will make all of your endeavors more fruitful and meaningful. And the message here is, I am still. Yeah, so I feel like it's just asking you to reconnect with your intuition here. Like, there's just like this, it's almost like a resigning type of energy that you've gone through here. And so through that resigning, it's like you've kind of come into this place of getting out of your mindfulness. This is a practice I feel like you've done very often. I feel like you've been in it very, very frequently, and it's something you come to very easily, very easier than most. And I feel like in this last time with whatever this connection is, it's just kind of like there's like this resignation, like, oh, this is just who it is. This is just who's coming into my life, whatever. And we'll just see where this goes, and sort of saying like, no, come back to your presence, come back to your mindfulness, because that's where you get the best messages from your intuition. You're already in this very high vibrational place. You're already in this place of receiving everything that you've asked for. Don't let that go right now, because it's so important for you to take on this next step, this next journey, okay? So if you feel like this is your reading, leave a little butterfly emoji down below and say, I allow myself to be present in harmony, to let Source know that you're coming into this higher vibration and you're ready to receive all that's yours. Leave me a thumbs up. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there, though, and get on out of here. I do want to take a quick second, though, to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my guides for coming together to give us this message. And until next time, pile number 3, stay human. Bye.